Hello guys, this is part one of me decorating a SpongeBob cake. In this part, I'm going to be showing you how I hand sculpted SpongeBob and Patrick out of modeling chocolate. Yeah, hand sculpted. Guys, this took 8 hours, but let's get into it. So I use modeling chocolate because I know it's better for sculpting, and fondant would have just been too difficult to work with. And I have never hand sculpted anything in my life. Like, never used modeling chocolate, never hand sculpted. So this was just me working on a whim. But guys, this whim was working overtime because can you see this? This was a labor of love. But basically, I was just using what I had in my house. So I had toothpicks and I had paintbrushes. I used the toothpicks to make lines and definition, and then those paintbrushes just to smooth it out. And now it really looks like he's biting his bottom lip. Like, I'm sure you guys know which scene this is from. What's funnier than 24, 25? Yeah, that one. And then I have this ball tool, which I bought months ago to make fondant flowers. I had never used it before this, but luckily I had it because it came in handy. And I'm sorry, my camera got a bit blurry, but basically here I'm making Patrick, obviously. And I'm just lining him up next to SpongeBob just to make sure I've got the sizing right. To make Patrick's arms, I just rolled the modeling chocolate to a tapered sausage, and this ball tool was really helpful on smoothing out all of the lines and just helping everything transition smoothly, like look more 3D. Guys, when I tell you, when I was doing this, I was like, I can't believe I did this. Victor, you actually did this? And I obviously had to make Patrick's cheeks all rosy, so I watered down some food coloring and painted that on with this teeny tiny paintbrush. And I was thinking he looked a bit weird, and then I remembered I forgot his eyebrows, so I quickly rolled that out and stuck that on. And this is how they're looking. Oh my days. Obviously, I'm missing out a lot of steps because this video would have been way too long, but I added SpongeBob's pant legs. Okay, so making the desks was probably the hardest part because initially I was going to use Mikado, you know, those chocolate sticks, but they kept breaking, so I wanted something a little bit more sturdy. So I wrapped lollipop sticks in fondant, and the same thing for the desks, but I used cardboard instead. I use the same fondant and cardboard method when I'm making graduation caps because it's just a lot more sturdier and easier to do. And you can see the Tylose powder in the corner. So I mixed Tylose into my fondant just so that it hardens a lot quicker. But I did do this the night before decorating. But guys, when I tell you my feet were throbbing by the time I went to bed, like, I really underestimated how long it would take me to make these characters. But I just wanted to make sure it was perfect because the customer, they are so special to me. So join me in part 2 to watch me assemble and decorate this cake. And here I was just lining everything up to make sure it was perfect for the next day. Bye, cuties.